Yo, what's good? Today I'm gonna be breaking down the first round of the 2021 NFL Draft. So this might be a bit of a longer video, but let's get into it. So with the first pick, wasting no time, we got Trevor Lawrence. I'm gonna give that an A grade. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. I'm not gonna give him an A plus because they did what they're supposed to do, and that leads me right to the number two pick. We got Zach Wilson. Again, another A. Did what they're supposed to do. Two top quarterbacks off the board, and at the third pick, I never believed all the Mac Jones, bullshit running around. They ended up taking Trey Lance. I gave that an A. He's better than Fields, and Kyle Shanahan's an elite coach, so gonna make him a great player. At 4, we got Kyle Pitts. I gave that an A minus. I mean, I don't know. I would have preferred to see Atlanta trade down, but I guess they want to give Matt Ryan and them boys one more chance to run that shit up. At number 5, we got the Bengals taking Jamar Chase. I gave it a B plus. I mean, he's the best receiver, and Joe Burrow was obviously wanting to play with his homie again, but they should have taken Penei Sewell. I mean, yeah. At number 6, we got the Dolphins. They took Jalen Waddle. I gave that a D. I mean, should have taken Penei Sewell. You bring in Will Fuller. Jalen Waddle and Will Fuller are very similar players, so not much to really say. At 7, you got the Lions. They finally take Penei Sewell. I give that an A plus. I mean, it fell right into their lap. Did what they're supposed to do. Easy pick, easy A plus. At 8, the Panthers took J.C. Horn. I gave it a B plus. I mean, he's a good player. Him and Dante Jackson are going to be elite in the secondary for years. And then at 9, I got the Broncos taking Patrick Surtain, and I gave that a B plus. I mean, he's the best. I have him higher than J.C. Horn, and it ends up fucking the Cowboys. So anything that fucks the Cowboys, that's a good thing. At number 10, the Eagles trade up to get Devontae Smith. I gave that an A. I mean, I love the process, going to get a number 1 receiver, trading up, finding out if Jalen Hurts is, good at football or not. At number 11, I have Justin Fields. I gave that an A too. I mean, I'm not that high on Justin Fields, but I think it saves, Ryan Pace and Matt Nagy's job for a year or two. And, slight overpay, but you got to do what you got to do for a quarterback. At number 12, the Cowboys took Micah Parsons. I gave it a B. I mean, it's what they could do with the hand they were dealt. Unfortunately, the corners got taken. They had to trade down, and Micah Parsons is a great football player, and he'll be good, but they really needed a corner. At number 13, we got Rashawn Slater to the Chargers. I gave it an A plus. I mean, he's the second best tackle in the draft, and he fell right into their laps. They didn't need to move up to get him or anything. Number 14, the Jets took Elijah Vera Tucker. I gave that a C minus, considering they traded up and what they had to give up to go get Elijah Vera Tucker. I think it was just an overpay. They should have taken Christian Darrisaw. At 15, the Patriots took Mac Jones, and I gave that an A. I mean, Mac Jones isn't going to be an elite quarterback, but it's the right process, the right move to do. You come up, you get a Q. Or you don't come up, you stay where you are, get a QB, and you see what happens with them. At 16, the Cardinals took Zaven Collins. I give that a C minus. I mean, he's a solid football player, but they should have just taken a true edge player like Kwity Paye. I mean, I guess they're trying to draft for the future and stuff, but they're kind of in win-now mode. So I just think it wasn't that good of a pick. At 17, we got the Raiders taking Alex Leatherwood. I gave that a big fat F. Failed. Come and do the class again next year, Las Vegas or Oakland, whatever I called them. They just keep lowering and lowering their own standards for shitty draft picks year after year after year. It's ridiculous. At number 18, I have the Dolphins taking the Dolphins took Jalen Phillips, and I gave it a C plus. I mean, if they took Christian Darrisaw here, that would have upped the Waddle pick for me and everything. But considering Phillips' injury history, I don't think Miami should be taking those type of risks. At 19, the football team took Jamin Davis. I give that an A-. I think he was a sleeper, slept on in the draft. Ron Rivera will make him a great player. Don't need to say much more than that. At 20, the Giants took Kadarius Toney. I gave it a B- at first, but now that I've had a little more time to think about it, I gave it a B+. I mean, he's a stud. He's a great player. He's gonna help them run after the catch type guy, get him the ball, and he'll do great things. At 21, the Colts took Kwity Paye. I gave it a B+, B+. I'm not gonna doubt anything Chris Ballard does, but I would like to see him take a little bit more of a risk with Gregory Rousseau. At 22, I have Caleb Farley. The Titans took Caleb Farley. I gave it a B-. It could be as low as a C. I don't really know. This one doesn't really make much sense, but he's a great player. But with the back problems and considering their roster has so many holes and Christian Darrisaw was still there, and considering their first-round pick last year, Isaiah Wilson quit football because he has some stuff he has to work out, I'll say. I just think they should have gone a different direction. At 23, the Vikings got Christian Darrisaw. I gave that an A+. I mean, they got the guy who they wanted and got 2 third-round picks out of the Jets. I mean, it's just a great pick by them. At 24, the Steelers took Najee Harris. I gave that an A. I mean, running backs in the first round aren't always what you want to do, but the Steelers don't really have many holes. So I think that's, a great pick. I mean, he's going to help them out. Big Ben isn't what he was. At 25, the Jags took ETN. I give it a D+. I mean, they have James Robinson. He burst onto the scene. Great player. I don't know why they would take ETN besides to try to make Trevor Lawrence happy, but this is the first real pick that, Urban Meyer had to make, and he took a running back. It's just dumb. At 26, the Browns took Greg Newsome. I gave it a B+. I mean, I would have preferred to see JOK, but, they need help in the corner room, so I understand it. At 27, the Ravens took Bateman. I gave it a C+. I'm actually going to give it a B- now. Lamar doesn't use outside receivers, but I think he can play inside and outside, so that kind of helps him out. But, Tevin Jenkins would have been really nice for them here. And considering they could have also had him at 31, I mean, you're going to hear about that when I get there. At 28, the Saints took Peyton Turner. I gave it a D. I mean, he's simply, it was a reach. I mean, I guess they see Cam Jordan in him, but he's not that good right now. Who knows? At 29, the Packers took Eric Stokes. I give it a C+. I mean, he's solid. He may or may not be better than Kevin King, but considering all the shit going on with Aaron Rodgers, I mean, this is when you fucking finally take a goddamn receiver in the first round, but they went with another corner. At 30, the Bills took Greg Rousseau. I love the pick. I gave it an A-. I mean, I think he was my number one edge. He's a stud. Learning from Jerry Hughes, it's a perfect low risk, high reward type pick. At 31, the Ravens took Jason Owa. I mean, I understand he's like this freak athlete and stuff, but I mean, I gave it a D+ for a reason. He's just not good right now. So, you hope he becomes good, or he's just going to become a wasted first round pick, or you can try him at fucking tight end if he doesn't work at edge. And then at 32, I had the Bucks took Joe Tyron. I gave it an A. I mean, JPP isn't getting any younger. You draft him, you play him a bit. Let Jason Pierre-Paul and Shaq Barrett teach him a few things. In a couple of years, he'll be on the field and good to go. So yeah, that's my initial reaction to all the first round picks. I mean, it's only been 2 hours for me since all those picks were made, but just wanted to get something out there. So if you think I'm a fucking idiot and I don't know what I'm talking about, let me know in the comments section. If you agree with me, let me know. I'll see y'all later.